I'm Lieutenant Colonel Kelly Howard, and I'm going to be guiding you through Yoga Phase 1 Pre-PRT. We're going to begin in mountain pose today. So feet hips width apart, shoulders relaxed down and away from the ears, palms face forward. The weight is evenly distributed in the feet. The back of the neck is long. The eyes can be closed or gaze soft. I'm going to take a few moments here to center and feel grounded. And to start a deep inhale and exhale through the nose. So throughout this practice, the breath is going to be deep and steady, no matter what pose we're in. We have a calm breath that helps calm the mind and gives us an idea of how hard we're working in each pose. Just noticing how your body feels today. Noticing how the mind is today. And then just following the breath. All right, building on from mountain pose, we're going to move into our sun salutations. On an inhale, reach both arms to the sky, palms press. Exhaling, fold forward, head to knees. Inhaling, hands to shins, lift halfway up, long line from tailbone to crown of the head. Exhaling, plant hands, step back to plank position or upper push-up, and on an exhale, lower push-up. Inhale, roll over the feet, upward facing dog. Exhaling, lift hips high, downward facing dog. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. The hamstrings are tight, the knees can be very bent. The hips are reaching towards the sky as the heels press towards the ground. Shoulders wrap away from the ears, evenly distributing your upper body weight. All 10 fingers press evenly down, and the breath is deep and steady. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Looking forward, step one foot and then the other to the top of your space. Hands to shins once more. Lengthen forward. Exhaling, fold, head to knees. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms press. And then exhale, bow forward. Let's do that again. Sun salutation A. Inhaling, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhaling, plant hands, step back, plank position, lower push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's stay here for an extra breath this time since we didn't last time. The shoulders relax down and away from the ears. The legs are engaged. Heart is reaching towards the sky. Palms press evenly down. Good. Rolling over the feet, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Feeling the hamstrings warm up a little bit, maybe the back loosen, the shoulders get warm. Looking forward, step one foot and then the other to the top of your space. Hands to shins, lift halfway up. Exhaling, bow down. On an inhale, reach all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, building on to sun salutation A. We're going to come into chair pose. So on an inhale, sink the hips, lower down. Reach the arms to the sky. As much as those hips are sinking, the arms are reaching up. The weight is in the heels, making sure that you don't extend the knees over the toes. Shoulders move down away from the ears. The breath is deep and steady. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Building some heat in the quads. Waking up the whole lower body. Good. Come to stand. All right, moving into the warrior series. Step the left foot back. Right knee bends. Warrior one. Both hips face forward. If you need to create some space, move the right foot over a little bit so that that right hip can pull back. Both hip bones face forward. Arms to the sky, shoulders relax down, pinkies turn slightly in. Back leg is alive. That outer edge of the back foot is pressing down into the ground. The core is engaged. Warrior one. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and out. Next, we're going to build on to warrior one, moving into warrior two, opening up the hips to the side. Right arm comes forward, left arm reaches back, arms reaching in opposite directions at the same height. Front knee stays over front ankle, back leg stays engaged, the core is engaged. There's a curve to the lower back and we want to honor that, but the hips don't move back. The hips stay in alignment with the leg. Make sure also that this front knee doesn't collapse in, that it stays over the front ankle. Breathing in warrior two. Gaze is at the front middle finger. Good. And then stepping forward, bring hands to heart center. Let's do the other side. So stepping back with the right leg. Warrior one. Again, both hip bones face forward, that left hip pulling back. Arms reach to the sky. So the warrior series is all about creating strength in the body and strength in the mind, allowing you to embody the pose of the warrior. Helps you also feel strong. Remember, as much as the legs are working to root you down into the ground, the upper body is working to lift you up. Good. Now open up the hips, warrior two. Again, arms at the same height, reaching in opposite directions, front knee over front ankle, back leg engaged. Core engaged, breath deep and steady. Breathe. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. All right, looking forward, step your back foot up, come to mountain pose. We're going to move into the core this time. So from Sun A, inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway up. Exhale, plant hands, step back and stay this time. Plank position, hold. So pulling the belly button in towards the spine, heels press back, all 10 fingers evenly planted. Back of the neck is long. The gaze is down. Building heat in the core, strengthening all the abdominal muscles. And even in this challenging pose, keeping the breath deep and steady. Next, we'll roll to the outside of the right foot for side plank, left arm to the sky. Now, if this is a little too intense and you need to modify, you can place that left foot halfway up, down on the ground to support your weight. Otherwise, keep both feet stacked. I'll move to the side so you can see this from a different angle. Now, place both hands on the ground, plank position. We'll roll to the outside of the left foot this time. Side plank on the other side. Deeply inhaling. Deeply exhaling. You can gaze up at the right hand if that's all right with the neck. If not, just gaze down. Good. Plant the right hand down, come back to plank position, and lower both knees down to the ground. So cat-cow, let's just relax our core here, work the spine. So on an inhale, arch the back, lift the tailbone and crown of the head to the sky. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. This is cow pose. Exhale, cat, round. Inhale, arch, tailbone and crown of the head up. Exhaling, round. Tailbone tucks, chin tucks. One more time, inhaling. One more time, exhaling. All right, come back to neutral tabletop and we'll move into spine lengthening. So extend the left leg behind you, toes tuck under, and right arm forward. On an inhale, everything lifts to the same height. Your right knee is under the hip. Your left wrist is under the shoulder. Both leg and arm reaching in opposite directions, pressing through the fingertips, pointing through the toes. Core is engaged. Gaze is slightly down so the neck can be long. How much space can you create in your spine? Good. Lower it all down. Repeating on the other side. Right leg reaches back, toes curled under, left arm lifts up, and right leg lifts up. So everything's at the same height. Spinal balancing, left side. Deep and steady, inhale and exhale. So learning to work hard while keeping the breath steady, keeping the mind calm. Place everything back to the ground and we'll move into downward facing dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. So just as we did at the start of the practice today, lift the hip bones up and heels towards the ground. Bend the knees a lot if you still need to. It's totally fine. Shoulders externally rotate towards the ground. Away from the ears, all 10 fingers press down. Gaze is down the tip of your nose. Just taking a moment here to notice any differences between now and when you started the practice today. Any subtle changes in the mind or the body. Looking forward, step one foot and then the other to the top of your space. Hands to shins, lift halfway. Exhaling, fold forward, head to knees. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center, mountain pose. So final pose of this sequence. Just taking a moment here to reground and recenter. Again, eyes can be closed or gaze is soft. Deeply inhaling and exhaling, following the breath. Thank you all.